What's the easiest change you can make to improve your life? Be aware of how you talk to yourself in your own head. When you make a mistake, do you think, "Wow, why am I so stupid and useless?" Versus, "Oh, that's too bad. I'll try again, and I'll learn not to do that." That's hyperbole, but being aware of how you treat yourself can really improve your whole life. Perception is reality. If you don't like how you perceive yourself, you can change it. That's your parents' voice in your head, folks. Think on that for a minute. Personally, for me it's a combination of various teachers' voices, undiagnosed learning difficulties, and corresponding mental illnesses made me a less than ideal student, and most of my teachers were quite vocal in their disappointment of me. It's 10 years later, I'm diagnosed and in treatment, and I desperately want to scream back into all their faces that I didn't fail them. They failed me. I'm lucky in the sense that the only metric my parents held me to is my own happiness. But it took me a long time to realize I had displaced a lot of resentment onto them growing up. Deleting social media. This one is so important. I felt so depressed until I deleted it. It was unnecessary drama, showboating and so on. It's so easy to compare to others' lives as well. Comparison is the absolute worst because it leads to jealousy and more. Maybe not delete it, but take significant time away from it. Deleted FB a long time ago and finally deleted Insta the other day because I realized how depressed it was making me feel seeing everyone living their best lives while I'm here struggling just to get by. Stretch/exercise for 30 minutes a day. What stretches should I do? Something that hits every major muscle group. Quad, hamstring, thigh, hip, chest and shoulder, upper back, sides, bicep and tricep. If you don't drink a lot of water, start drinking a lot of water. Moderation is best. Don't start drinking a lot of water or you'll feel bloated the entire day. My suggestion is look at the color of your pee. Light yellow to clear means you're good. For me, it started with making my bed in the morning. I couldn't explain why, but it was a simple little thing that had the illusion of being productive. I felt good about it, and that feeling tended to continue through my day. It worked. There's a book out by US Admiral or something high up in the Navy. He wrote a book called Make Your Bed that was just a few stories has had that are supposed to motivate and inspire you. Learn to judge yourself fairly. Dropping a piece of pizza on the rug, 1, is not the same as running someone over while drunk. 100. Close bracket. Rate your screw ups from 100. If your criticism is fair, promise to do better. If unfair, say give me a break and focus fully on the next thing you have to accomplish. The future is unwritten, and therefore mistakes are inevitable. This is great advice and I needed it today. Thank you, internet stranger. Start walking. It changed my life. Ankles felt better. Hips felt better. Knees felt better. I went from walking 20 minutes a day to an hour every day. I feel amazing. Once I started walking over 1 hour per day, I started adding in a few bodyweight squats every few minutes. After a year of walking 1 to 2 hours and 100 to 200 squats per day, I was really lean with seriously muscular legs. Stop giving a duck what other people think of you. Sorry, my anxiety won't let me do that. If you can do it in 5 minutes or less, do it. But she won't say yes. I literally have an exercise bike in my spare bedroom. And I told myself just 30 minutes a day. And yet I just let it sit there. Start with 3 minutes a day. 30 seconds a day. Some days I go outside super early in the morning. After I make myself a nice breakfast and I just watch nature. Makes me feel good. Get better sleep. Trust me when I tell you, if I could just simply get better sleep, I'd be sleeping right now. I had insomnia as a teenager and young adult. Now, I don't. The only change I made was to go to sleep whenever I felt tired. Before, when it was 2 p.m. and I felt tired, I would say nope. Can't sleep now, or I'll never get to sleep tonight. 12 hours later it's 2 a.m. and I'm collapsing with exhaustion, but sleep just won't come. Ironically, because of all the stress of trying to make myself sleep. Now if it's 2 p.m. and I feel tired, I lay down, as long as all my responsibilities are handled. Sometimes I sleep for a long time. Sometimes for only a couple of hours. but it's mostly, but not perfectly, regular, mostly satisfying, and I never feel like I'm forcing it. I should probably stop drinking. Let me tell you, if you can pull it off, everything in your life will go a little bit better. I quit drinking 11 years ago, and it benefited me financially, romantically, and professionally. I lost weight, had more time, all sorts of stuff. It was just this obstacle that I guess I knew that I had, but I didn't really know the scope of. Be kind and do kind things, intentionally or randomly, because kindness helps make happiness blossom in you and those around you. It will help lift your spirits when things are rough, make you think about someone other than yourself and your troubles. When you do an act of kindness for a stranger, it makes them realize that there is good in the world. Their smile will light up your heart. Ever see something attractive in another person? Maybe it's a girl's hair. I regret not saying anything to a 50-something in Walmart that had stunning silver hair. Still remember it. Maybe it's just a dude with a bad butt outfit? Question mark? Saw a black guy at Dollar General with a tight outfit. Nothing crazy, just well fit and attractive on him. Wish I had said something. Maybe see someone extraordinarily gracious and well-mannered? Say something. It costs you nothing, and you might regret not saying it. Make optimism a habit. It legit takes practice, but you can do it. 100%. I think people underestimate the power of practicing positive thinking. The more you train yourself to be grateful, the easier it gets. Self-care. Take 30 minutes or more a day and do something just for you. Pray, meditate, read, do a craft or puzzle, do a skincare routine, take a hot shower or bath without focusing on just getting clean. Cook and eat a meal, go to the gym, write in a journal. Whatever makes you feel like a slightly happier you. Do it. Prioritize it every single day. Listening to Self-Care by Mac Miller as I read this. Water, stretch, stairs, beware your judgmental thoughts about people you don't know. Do the dishes before you go to bed and put them away when you wake up. I gotta get better at the dishes. A full countertop or sink stresses me out so much, yet every time by the end of the week, there it is. Lose 60 pounds. As someone that used to be svelte and got fat, I can tell you life is better when you're thin. Meditate 5 minutes per day. Can be done anywhere. Does not require closed eyes. There are lots of apps if you need help. Close bracket. Telling myself the truth. I'm only lying to myself to make me feel better, but the truth is still there. Something I need to start doing. When you wake up in the morning, the first thing you should do is drink at least 1 gl of water. Keep the house clean. Like the moment there is a mess, address it. It leaves so much room for doing things, accomplishing items on the to-do list, and keeps the door for opportunities open. Making a gourmet meal isn't daunting when there's no crowded counter and full sink to deal with. Creating or working on a project isn't an issue when the living room is clean and there isn't clothes all over the bedroom. You don't have to second think company spontaneously arriving or a bathroom being used if it's kept clean. You also know where everything is. Keeping a clean house is easy, way easier than living in a messy and especially dirty one, and definition life improving. Not saying this is a cure-all, but for me personally, taking 2000 milligrams of vitamin D every day did wonders for my depression. It doesn't really give me more energy, but I actually feel up to completing tasks now, and I'm able to power through the anxiety and just do it. Again, not saying vitamin D cures depression, but I think it might still help a lot of people. Stop smoking. Work out. Eat healthy. Surround yourself with people who inspire you. Realize there are no easy answers. You have to do all the dull shit you know you are supposed to do. But the sooner you accept this and get on with it, the better. The only way out is through. Eat more vegetables. And yet here I am. Start smoking weed. Or stop for that matter. This is awesome. So versatile. Eating better. Sounds hard. It's really not. If you're normally sitting around with a bag of crisps, eating mindlessly while watching Netflix, change that for a carrot. It takes a while to nibble a carrot down, gives you plenty to chew on, and satisfies the hand-to-mouth urge. Make stir fries with a handful of chicken and a double handful of veg, leeks, thin carrot, bell pepper etc. Fills your stomach up completely, but is pretty low calorie. You suddenly feel hungry and would normally pig out on something fatty and satisfying. Chop up half a cabbage. Put it in boiling water for 5 to 6 minutes and you have a meal that will completely fill your stomach up, but be less than 200 calories and it's got loads of nutrients. Clean and rearrange my room. Definitely lose weight. I was diagnosed with muscular dystrophy and I'm heading for a wheelchair sooner than expected. When the pandemic hit I stopped eating out and started cooking all my food. I'm lazy, so I bought into one of those box services where they send you weekly ingredients and recipes. Happened to get a coupon for the first week free and liked it so much that I'm still getting 98% of my nourishment from these guys. I figured I would gain weight just sitting at home all the time. Been working from home and not really leaving often. Not working out at all. Not going on walks. But I've lost weight and have kept it off, even though I eat snacks, drink beers, eat meals that seem fatty and sometimes carby, and like I said, I'm not active at all. I have never weighed this little in my life, except OBV, when I was younger and smaller. Surprisingly enough I've also been saving money. I pay $85 CAD or so after everything per week. That gets me 2 recipes with 3 to 4 portions each, which basically covers 6 dinners and 2 to 3 lunches or so. For breakfast I add these pastries as add-on item every other week. They cost me like $2, 30 Canadian dollars a pop. It's the cheapest breakfast I've ever eaten. It's the least healthy part of my diet these days, but it's working for me, and it's delicious. Anyway, my whole point is that it seems to me that the best way to lose weight is to not eat processed foods. Some of the stuff I eat under this plan is processed, but I'm basically now eating all sorts of random veggies, and not many of the ingredients are processed. A lot of the stuff in the pastries, probably, but then again I don't know. There'll be stuff like occasional soy sauce, other sauces, etc. But the recipes rotate, and I've been selecting stuff from all over the place. So my diet is now pretty varied, with lots of random veggies, fruit, etc. I know that for many people it isn't really easy to change your diet, but for me it was. So it could work for you too. This box service thing is perfect for lazy people like me. I feel like I'm not doing anything. Eating sort of restaurant quality food that varies every week. I'm saving money, losing weight, and it's basically the best thing that happened to me because of the pandemic. So I wanted to put it on. I'm not saying you have to sign up to whatever service. If you have a grocery store nearby, or if you have a car, you can buy your own ingredients and save even more money. But for somebody like me, if I want to consistently eat healthy food, this is what I have to do, and it seems to be working. I also cut out pop/soda, although I have it on occasion. I also try to order maybe like 20% vegetarian dishes, fell in love with risottos, and doctor told me to eat less red meat, so that also means occasional seafood. So it's not just cut out processed food, it's also eat a more balanced diet, and also cut out sugary crap. But it seems to stop there, if you want to at least drop down to a healthier weight. After that, the sky seems like the limit. Imagine what would happen if I got off my butt and started working out. Great hack. You've totally made it work for you. Having a better sleep schedule. Although this may not be the easiest, it really does improve your life and doesn't cost any money. Drawing out the curtains and letting sunlight in. We spend so much time in artificial lighting. Sunlight just feels so good. Work on developing habits. Are you trying to get in shape? Do you want to get better at guitar? Do you want to organize your room? Do one small task a day to work towards that goal. Take baby steps, even if it's 10 minutes a day. The trick is maintaining consistency. I started doing this after I fell off the fitness wagon and fell behind working on my band's mixes. Within a few weeks, I got used to the routine again, and I'm slowly making progress. Also, get yourself checked for sleep apnea or any other sleep disorders. Getting proper rest is the most important thing you can do to improve your day-to-day life. 8 hours of sleep doesn't mean shit if you're not actually getting the benefits of sleep. You know what to do. Practice consistency, and no, progress is not linear. Consistently is not rigidity either. Read books more often. They're really relaxing. This was grounded for a week and was probably the most suicidal I've ever been. But reading made me feel so much better, and I really didn't expect it. Diet free of processed foods. Proper and regular exercise. Treat sleep seriously. Eat right, exercise, drink water, and get enough sleep. It's the little cliche things that make the biggest difference. Eat right is so vague it's meaningless. Stop drinking during the week, so drink at work. Got it? Exercise. Simple. For your brain, well, before it affects your body, then it is compounded by results. It's free, you just have to do the work. Help my wife pack her bags. More gaming. A set bedtime and wake time. I need to do this, but it's so difficult. Start saving money at 18. Wish I was better with my money. Read The Secret. Expressing gratitude every day. It's harder to be miserable when you're acknowledging what you have. Quit watching porn. Or ditch social media. Curious as to the benefits of not watching porn? Seems like it's pretty harmless to watch. Unless it's excessively. It might be fine if you have a healthy sex life. But if you don't, there is so much research you can find why it's bad. Get off Discord and Reddit. This seems like the right answer. Thank you for watching. We hope you enjoyed this video. Please subscribe for more videos.